സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം 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 സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം
Good morning.
Namaste, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
Namaskar.
Namaskar. Audio is clear?
Very good.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Parambaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashyakritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnur Gurur Devo Maheshwarah Gurus Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Vasudeva Sudam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Sarvasamshayacchettaram Satchidanandavigraham Sada Susmeravanam Balakrishnam Namamyaham Vidyaranyad Vaidyad Vyadheriva Bhavasya hi Vinutyai Pathyanyaswadyantam Panchadasi Prakaranani Bhakshyani. Om. Good morning and namaskaram to all. So we have been discussing Sri Panchadasi, a text, Prakarana Grantha written by Swami Vidyaranya. In that, the first chapter, Thatwa Viveka Prakaranam, where we have completed up to verse number 57. So we'll start from verse number 58. Yatha Deepo Nivatastha Ityadibhiranekadha Bhagavanimame Arjunaya Nyarupayat. Yatha Deepo Nivatastha Ityadibhiranekadha Bhagavanimame Arjunaya Nyarupayat. So, Bhagavan Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita clearly explained this samadhi, this nirvikalpa samadhi. So, Vidyaranya Swami says that regarding this Savikalpa Samadhi, Nirvikalpa Samadhi, etc., it is not that I am telling now for the first time. Already this has been explained by Bhagavan in Bhagavad Gita. That is what he says. Earlier only Bhagavan Sri Krishna has already explained in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Here Vidyaranya Swami says about Nididhyasanam, where he points out that Nididhyasanam is to acquire sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. So sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, we explained many times what is this sadhana chatushtaya, fourfold qualification. Nitya nitya vastu vivekam, vairagyam, then shamadhi shatka sampatti, shamam, damam, uparati, titiksha, shraddha, samadhanam. These are the samadhi shatka sampatti as the third, and the fourth one mumukshutvam, the desire to be free. So these fourfold qualification, when we lack the sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, that is the obstruction for the jnana phala prapti. The jnana phalam, what is the jnana phalam? Shanti, samadhanam, the bliss, ananda, etc. Even though we do shravanam and mananam, shravanam means listening to the jnanam, listening to the Vedanta, Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita, etc. And by logical reasoning, etc., we analyze this, whatever is have been heard, and cleared all the doubts. So it is all very clear in the intellect. There is no intellectual understanding problem. There is no problem with the understanding. It's all clear. But we are unable to reap the fruit of jnanam. Whatever the Vedanta promises, the liberation, the freedom, we are not able to get. It is because of the obstruction. What is the obstruction? Lack of sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, which can be achieved by nididhyasanam. Right? So that nididhyasanam is, Bhagavan explained, that meditation, Vedantic meditation. So the problem is not with the Vedanta, but the problem is with the individual. Right? See, one example is, say you assume that a father and a son, a small boy, both are listening to the English news. The English news reader gives the news very clearly, but the father understands, the child is not able to understand. But as the days progress, the child starts learning English. Also, the child starts understanding the social situations, etc. Right? Slowly the child starts getting to know what the newsreader wants to say. So the problem is not with the news or the newsreader, but the problem is the understanding. Similarly, the Vedanta is very clear, but we are unable to get it. We are unable to reap the fruits. So the problem lies with us. So the problem is not with the Upanishads. The problem is with us. What is the problem? Lack of sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, which we get by Vedantic meditation, nididhyasanam. So as we progress slowly, like how we explained, the water starts trickling at the tap when the tank is full. The tank is always full. So we start getting the water at the tap. Slowly it starts trickling, and then we get a full force water. Similarly, slowly, when the sadhana chatushtaya sambatti is complete, then the jnana phalam, the shanti, which is undisturbed, unobstructed shanti, we will reap. So that is what Vidyaranya Swami says that. So in this verse, the yogic way of Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So generally it is explained as Savikalpa Samadhi and Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Savikalpa Samadhi is the buddhi is separate, right? With the buddhi, we bring the mind to equanimity. That is Savikalpa Samadhi. Whereas in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, the buddhi is not separate, right? There is no, as we explained earlier, dhyatra, right? Only dhyanam is there. There is no, the enjoyer is not there, right? So the only thing that remains is the object. The object is here Ananda. Ananda alone remains. That is Nirvikalpa Samadhi. There is no Bhedam. There is no two person, right? The willfully you are not bringing the mind to equanimity. The mind is at equanimity at all times, right? So that Ananda alone remains. There is no, the enjoyer is missing. Okay, the enjoyer is absent. And there is no alertness required here. Okay, we don't need to be alert. That alertness is not there. Watching the mind, the watchfulness is missing. It's not required. Missing means it's not required. Right? Naturally, you are in Samadhi. We are all in Samadhi naturally. That is the Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So, yogic method, there is Ashtanga Yoga, they say. Ashtanga Yoga is Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. Okay, so that is the yogic method. So all that is explained in the 6th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So what is this Savikalpa Dharana? What is Dharana? We will not go for the Yama Niyama, do's and don'ts. Do's and don'ts. Yama Niyama means do's and don'ts. Then Asanam, stay in a particular posture. Then Pranayamam, control of your breath. Then Pratyaharam, whatever the intakes through the 5 sense organs are being controlled. Pratyaharam. Then Dharana. Dharana is fixing the mind in the teachings. Fix the mind in the teaching. What is the teaching? Teaching is you are consciousness. Tattvamasi. You are consciousness. You are not this body. You are not the mind, because the mind, the body and the sense organs, and through that the world is constantly changing, and you are the Sakshi, you are the witness consciousness. Okay, that is the teaching. So keep the mind fixing in the teaching is called Dharana. Dhyanam is holding the mind in the teaching. One is fixing. Fixing means, so there is a possibility of falling down. There is a possibility of disturbances happening, right? And again you fix it back. That is Dharana. Means slowly, very slowly you fix it, and holding there is Dhyanam, and that leads for a long time. When we hold it, that leads to Samadhi. Absorption in the Samadhi with effort is Savikalpa Samadhi. Without any effort, I mean effortlessly you fix the mind absorbed. I mean you don't have to fix, the mind is already absorbed in the teaching. That is Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi. That is Nirvikalpa Samadhi. This is what Vidyaranya Swami says, Yatha Deepo Nivatastaha. The way a lamp, it is the Upama, right? The Upama is Yatha Deepo Nivatastha is the starting of the verse in Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter, 19th shloka. Yatha Deepo Nivatastaha Nengate sopama smrita yogino yata chittasya yunjato yogamatmanaha. So, this is, what does that mean? Yatha deepaha nivatastaha. Like a lamp, the flame of a lamp which is unflickering, where there is no wind. Nivatastaha. There is no wind. There is no breeze. Okay. There, how the flame, how it is steady. Yatha deepaha nivatastaha nengate sopama smrita. Nengate. There is no movement. Okay, there is no movement like that. It is the sopama smrita means that is the comparison. That comparison is very act. What is not moving? What is unflickering? The mind. The mind. Atmanaha yogam yunjataha. The realizing the Atma or reaching the Atma. Reaching and all is a wrong word, but still for our understanding, realizing the Atma in the blissful state. The mind is in Ananda, that is the Nirvikalpa Samadhi state. Naturally, then Yoginaha, of that yogi, Yata Chittasya means that whose mind is focused only on one point. That one pointedness is such a mind which is unflickering, right? Which is absorbed in Atma. Naturally, without effort, effortlessly, that is compared with this unflickering flame of a lamp where there is no wind. So, this is the comparison, and the same verse is taken by Vidyaranya Swami. Yathadipo nivadastaha ityadibir anekatha. Like that, there are many verses are there. Similar to that. In Yoga Vasishta, Sri Rama is said to have Andar Meru Rivasthidaha. Inside, inside Meru Riva means like the Meru, it is so strong. Sthitaha, right, is strong. Whereas outside, like the peacock feather, with the movement, the body movement, etc., is like peacock feather, whereas inside, so strong. So, similarly, mean the unmoving, that is the point here. So, similarly, many verses are there. So, Bhagavan imam eva artham arjunaya nyarupayat. So, like that, there are many verses in Bhagavad Gita where Arjuna is advised or taught by Bhagavan. So, Vidyaranya Swami continues, what is the phalam we will get through such samadhi, through the savikalpa and consequently nirvikalpa samadhi? What is the phalam of this samadhis? That is 59, 60, 61. 3 verses are there. 59. Anada viha samsare sanchitaha karma kodayaha anena vilayam yanti shuddho dharmo vivardhate. Anada viha samsare sanchitaha karma kodayaha anena vilayam yanti shuddho dharmo vivardhate. In Vedanta, in Upanishads, per Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita, this Jagat is an appearance in consciousness. Right? It is an appearance. It appears like how the water appears on a desert. Like that, this world is an appearance to the indriyas, to the sense organs. This world is an appearance. And it appears the way we see, or we smell, we taste. So, the same world appears differently to different people. Humans, they experience this world differently. The animals' world is different, the animal world is different. The birds' world is different. The plants, their world is different. Even the celestials, the sun, the moon, the planets, etc., they all, the Panchabhutas, they experience differently as per the medium. Right? As per the medium, the experience is different, and that is their world. So this world is an experience, and anything that is being experienced through the sense organs is always changing. Right? There is no permanency in that. Every second things are changing here. Every moment things are disappearing, and every moment things are appearing. They appear, they disappear. So this appearance and disappearance is the nature of this world, including this body. Okay? So, and what doesn't change is the consciousness. And we are the consciousness. We are not this changing thing. We are not this anatma. That which is consciousness, we call it as Atma. The name given to that consciousness is Atma. Atma, Bodham, Brahman, etc. Okay? Or Bhagavan, Ishvara, all these are the various names given to the Bodham, the consciousness. And that consciousness is our true nature. That is what we are. When we say I, you, etc., all of this is Atma. Atma alone. Right? Everything else is changing. We don't call the whatever is changing as I. Naturally also we don't say that. When I say I at the age of 5, I am saying the same I is there at the age of 90 also. I remains the same. But the body has changed, the mind has changed. Right? The world has changed. People have come and gone. So, that changing thing, the changing faculty is not our true nature. We are the consciousness. So, this is the Vedanta Shastram. Brahma Satyam Jagad Mithya Jivo Brahmaiva. This Jivatma, which we wrongly understand as contained in this body, is Brahman, is Paramatma. Jivo Brahmaiva na aparaha. Nothing else. So, Jivo Brahmaiva. Anena Vedyam Sat Shastram Idi Vedanta Dindimaha. This is what the Vedanta proclaims. Right? Dindimaha means the says. So, this is the Vedanta Dindimaha. Atma, the Chaitanyam alone is the real thing. The mind is not real. So, don't get bothered about this changing things. This is the Vedanta. This is the Jnanam. So, this Sravanam of this Vedanta is not Jnana Phalam, as we already discussed. It is because of the lack of Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti. Then what happens? After the practice of Nididhyasanam. So what we explained, the knowledge without doubt, right? Shravana Mananam is over without doubt. Constant practice of this Nididhyasanam, morning sometime, evening, and then also during the transaction also we all explained all this, right? Which helps each other. And because of this Nididhyasanam, what happens? Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti is acquired. Right? The Vivekam has come. The discrimination. What is Nityam, what is Anityam? Nityam is Brahman alone is Nityam. Atma alone is Satyam. All the Anatma is not Satyam. It is all Asatyam. Right? So this is Nitya Nitya Vivekam. Through that what develops? Vairagyam develops. Dispassion. Dispassion is I don't need that thing to be happy. I don't need any of these external objects to be happy because my true nature is happiness. That is the Vairagyam. Not that I dislike things or anything. No, not Dvesham. Okay? I don't need it. That's all. Because I am happy. I am happy. That's all. I don't need anything from outside to be happy. There is no condition there. Unconditionally, I am happy. Dispassion. Then sadhana, then the third, samadhi, shatkas, control of the mind, control of the sense organs, uparati, everything is there, right? So anena, by the practice. So what the Vidyaranya Swami says, anena means by the practice of the samadhi, right? Samadhi abhyasam, by the practice of nididhyasanam and arriving at samadhi with the Vedantic knowledge. Karma kotayaha vilayam yanti. Karma kotayaha, crores of karma will be dissolved. What do you mean by karma kotayaha? Sanchitaha karma kotayaha. See, three types of karma are there. Sanchita karma, prarabdha karma and agami karma. What is sanchita karma? Acquired or accumulated karmas. This is what Vidyaranya Swami says, karma kotayaha, crores of karma will be dissolved. How? How is this possible? What do we mean by karma? Karma kotayaha. Here karma means karma vasana. The urge to do a karma. Right? When a karma is done with an intention for a phalam, okay, with an intention of acquiring something, we all do karma for that purpose. When we do that, what will happen? When the result is produced, that result will have an impact on the mind. It will produce an impression of either happy or unhappy. When the result comes off because of a karma, that will produce a happy moment or a sad moment. This will leave an impression. If it is a happy moment, we would like to reach the happy moment again, right? And if it is an unhappy moment, we try to avoid certain karma. So this urge to do or not to do a karma is called karma vasana. That is karma. Okay, that is the accumulated karmas. So like that, there are no one or two. Karma kodayaha, crores of karmas are there, like that. We have thousands and thousands of hidden and unhidden desires in us. They are called vasanas. They are deep, very, very deep. Okay, as a seed they are there. These karma vasanas will be dissolved by this samadhi. Why? How it will get dissolved? It will dissolved only by this jnanam. By this jnanam. What is jnanam? I don't need any external object to be happy. All my desires, because of those desires only, I have been suffering. That clear knowledge, clear understanding. The desires are my problem. Because of my desire, I got this body this time, right? With this, I am doing karma A or karma B, according to the intensity of the desires, right? According to the intensity. See, you remember child prodigies and all. Because the intensity to be that is so strong, that is why they start playing music or sports, etc. at a very early age, because the intensity is very strong. So according to the intensity of those desires, bodies are produced, or we take up bodies to do those karmas. Like that, all the karmas that have been accumulated earlier was wrong. This clear understanding, this understanding will burn away all the desires. It will burn vasanas. It will burn even the root of all vasanas. Bhagavad Gita, what it says? Rasavarjyam rasopyasya vishaya vinivartande niraharasya dehinaha rasavarjyam rasopyasya param drishtva nivrittade. So param drishtva, by merging with Bhagavan, by knowing that aham brahmasmi, Bhagavan alone is here, there is nothing else, In that knowledge, all the kartrutvam, all the previous kartrutvams, everything, all the karma, all the things that we thought that we earned it, we accumulated, etc., is like a dream only. No analysis is done. Do we analyze any dream? Why the tiger was chasing? Why that person was insulting me? Do we analyze all these dreams, things, whatever we saw in the dream? We don't analyze. Similarly, the whole life that has gone through in the past, present, or the anxious moment of the future, etc., will get burnt. That is why Agami also get burnt. Right? And even the Prarabdha karma also get burnt. There is no Prarabdha karma for a Jnani. But looking from outside, it might appear that Jnani is going through Prarabdha, but as far as the Jnani is concerned, there is no Prarabdha. So all karmas, karma kodeha, crores of karma will be dissolved. So, and when this started, when this collection process started, when the collection of this karma started, it started anadi, beginningless. How there can be a beginning? There cannot be a beginning, because it is a cycle. It is like a circle. In that circle, is there any starting point? Is there? No. The only thing is, we have to get out of the circle. We have to get out of that cycle. That is the only thing that is important. In a cycle, in a circle, we will never find the starting point. Like that, this janma, karma, again janma, karma, etc. So, okay, this cycle, in that cycle or in that circle, we will never find a starting point. That is the reason Vidyaranya Swami says it is anadi. It is beginningless. Beginningless. Anadau, don't know when it started. So this anadi and accumulated karma and karma vasanas for so many janmas get dissolved in this samadhi abhyasam and consequent samadhi. Because samadhi abhyasam is jnana abhyasam only. Jnanam. Because through the nididhyasanam, the jnanam is ready. Remember, the water is ready to flow. But the obstacle of the sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, lack of sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, because of that obstruction, the jnana phalam is not getting produced. So the moment sadhana chatushtaya sampatti is acquired, the obstacle is removed, then the jnanam flows, and because of that jnanam, all the karma kotibihi gets destroyed. And then what happens? Shuddho dharmo vivardhate. Here Shuddho dharmo means punyas, spiritual punyam. Shuddho dharmo means punyam does not. See, punyam, there are two types of punya as per the Yoga Shastra. One is called Shukla punyam and Ashukla punyam. Shukla punyam is spiritual punyam. Spiritual punyam. Spiritual punyam is this only, getting rid of the obstacle. Raga, Dvesha, Kamam, Krodham, etc. The Veda Yoga Shastra says 5 types of, what are they? Asmita. I had written somewhere. Panchakleshaha. Avidya, Asmita, Raga, Dvesha, Abhinivesha. Okay. So these are the kleshas. So these removal of these kleshas is the spiritual punyam. Okay, that is the punyam, the spiritual punyam. Whereas the other punyam is material punyam, that we are not talking about here. So here the Shuddha karma, Shuddha dharma means spiritual punyam grows because of the practice of samadhi. So it is same as Vedanta also. As per Vedanta, as per this Yoga Shastra, not much difference. The Samadhi Abhyasam is, Jnanam is ready, the Jnana Phalam is not produced because of lack of Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti, and acquiring this Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti is, we can call it as Shuddho Dharmo Vivardhate, the increase or the Vardhana of this Shuddho Dharmaha. Spiritual Punyam will be increased. So this Samadhi Abhyasam will make the individual Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampannaha, and Jnanam is ready. Already through Shravanam Mananam, all doubts are clear. Aham Brahmasmi, that intellectual knowledge is ready. When the Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti is acquired, the individual is qualified for that. And once that individual is qualified, Jnana Phalam, that is Ananda, bliss, Shanti, which will never be broken. Okay, that Shanti will be eternal, will be produced, and that is the Shanti, is the Phalam of this Samadhi. That is what is being explained in the 59th verse. Now, moving on, 60th verse. Dharma megha mimam prahuhu samadhim yoga vittamaha varshatyesha yato dharma mritadhara sahasrashaha. Yoga vittamaha. Yoga vittamaha means those who know this yoga. Imam samadhim, this nirvikalpa samadhi, dharma megham prahuhu. They call it as dharma megham, clouds of dharma. Clouds of dharma means in abundance, in plenty. Okay, they pour, dharma megham, they pour. Yataha eshaha dharma amrita dharaha sahasrashaha varshati. Okay, like how from the clouds, how the rain falls, okay, non-stop, how it is raining. Similarly, this dharma megham is this dharma, the punya, the spiritual punyam. This spiritual punyam will be pouring like how it rains, like that it will pour. Dharma megham imam prahuhu samadhim yoga vittamaha. For this yoga vittamaha, those who know this yoga, those who have mastered this yoga, this nirvikalpa samadhi, imam samadhim, they call this samadhi as dharma megham. Okay, so they call it this as dharma megham, where the clouds of punya, the spiritual punya is there plenty, like the clouds, and they pour this. What pour? This samadhi. This samadhi is a raining of this punyas. Spiritual punya, okay? Remember that the spiritual punya, not the material punya. Material punya is because of punyam, we get more money, we get good family, etc. Okay? All that sort of happiness that is derived through materials is the material punya. Okay? We are not talking about that. It is a spiritual punya. So, those who are experts in Yoga Shastra, the Samadhi, they say the Samadhi, Nirvikalpa Samadhi, as a rain cloud of Dharma. The clouds are the Dharma filled. The clouds are Dharma filled. This Punya, spiritual Punyam filled. And what are these Punyas? In Bhagavad Gita, Amanitvam adambitvam ahimsa kshantirarjavam acharyopasanam shaujam stairyam atma vinigraha. Amanitvam, right? There is no ego. Adambitvam, yeah, all that we can see in 13th chapter, 7th sloka, you can see Bhagavad Gita 13th 7. Just read the commentary or listen to the talk. Ahimsa, Kshanti, all these good qualities, that is, they are the spiritual punyam. Okay, acquiring all this, that is sadhana chatushtaya sampatti only. Because of that, the jnana phalam will be easily available. 61 sloka. Amuna vasana jale nishesham pravilapite samulon mulite punya papakhe karma sanjaye. Amuna means with this samadhi abhyasam. Amuna, Vasana jale. Jale means network or the net. Okay, jalam. Jali you say, no? Jali. So in this net, Vasana jale. This Vasana is like a net. We are caught in the Vasana. What is Vasana? Vasana means it is a samskara. What is samskaram? This samskaram is Vasana. Deha samskaram, Kama samskaram, Krodha samskaram. Right? So we are all caught up with this Vasana of I am this body. Right? And through that I have anger, I have desires. And with this wrong understanding is so much drilled into us, right? Because of that, we act without thinking. We act without thinking. There is no Vivekam is not there. There is no, we don't use the Dhi before we say something or before we act something. That is coming from Vasana. Right? One small example is, say, just imagine a father and a son standing on the terrace, a small boy, maybe 5-year-old, he is having the mobile phone, playing with that. Suddenly the mobile phone is slipped from his hand and it's falling down. What the father does? Without thinking anything, he raises his hand and then gives him a beat. Thump! Or says something so harsh without thinking. What happened to that mobile phone? All that is not important here. The thing is, unknowingly, the father says something so rude or abuses or use physical force to impart hurting the boy. So this comes naturally with a moment of, in that flash, on impulse people act. And we all do that, right? That is Vasana. Saying something harsh, okay, acting something harsh, these are all coming from the Vasana. There is no thinking here. Thoughts come later and we regret. So any action done without thinking is coming from Vasana. And later the thoughts come. Actually, it should be the other way. We should be thinking, then acting. Whereas, when the Vasana controls us, if the sense organs or the karmendriyas are under our control, we will think and act. That is, you are being alert. Whereas the other way, when we are under the influence of Vasana, we act without thinking and regret later. Okay, so this is Vasana. So there are crores of such Vasanas are there inside us. That is why we are caught in this Vasana Jale, in this network of Vasanas. The entire network of desires is fully destroyed. Pravilapite, they are all destroyed. Not just destroyed. Samulon mulite. They are from the root, fully rooted out. By what? By Amuna, by this Samadhi practice. By this Samadhi practice, the Vasanas which are there inside, we are caught up with this Vasanas. All these Vasanas will be destroyed in this Jnanam. The Jnana Samadhi, everything gets destroyed. This is the phalam. So 59, 60, 61 and all, this is the phalam, Jnana phalam, Vidyaranya Swami is explaining. And then, Punya Papa Ke Karma Sanjaye. All the accumulated actions known as merits and demerits also. Here the Punyam is the material Punyam. Okay, Punyam, Papam, like that we have acquired. Lot of good things I have done. I have given charity, I have done annadanam, I have helped this guy, I have helped them, all that accumulated, I did. That is all because of that, a happiness that is arising, which is temporary, which is not eternal, which comes and goes, that is punyam. Similarly, papam, hurting someone, okay, or insulting, or doing, stealing, crimes, all sorts of things which we are not supposed to do, all the nishiddha karmas that one has done, because of that we suffer. That is also a suffering. So because of this kartrutvam, doing good things, I have done this, why am I suffering now? Right? Anyway, I have done wrong things, I am suffering now. So by both the punyam and papam, we are caught up. Because of that punya papam, why the punya papam is there? What is the root cause of punyam and papam here? Kartrutvam. I am the doer. The ego is very strong. Right? That aham. Right? I did this, I did that, like that. Those also will be destroyed. All the karmas, through that punya papam, karma sanjayam, along with vasana, will be nishesham. There will be nothing remaining. Okay? Nothing remaining will be destroyed by this amuna, by this samadhi abhyasam. So as per Yoga Shastra, what is the root of this punya papam? Yoga Shastra says pancha kleshas, which I told you earlier. The fivefold doshas are the cause of punya papam. Avidya. Avidya means ignorance. The ignorance of what? Ignorance of my true nature. Don't remember that I am the consciousness. We forget that we are the consciousness. We are Atma. We forget. Because of the superimposition, adhyasam, that we think that I am this body. Okay? So that is avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha. So out of all these five, raga, dveshas are the most prominent one. Likes and dislikes. Because of the likes and dislikes are the cause of punya papam. The likes and dislikes are the papam. Okay? Both the punyam papam also is papa only. But that is a sin. That I am the doer is the greatest sin of all. Okay, so because of the samadhi abhyasam, means because of this jnana sadhana, because of this jnanam and getting rid of all the raga, dvesha, etc., the purifying the mind, purification of the mind is acquiring sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, purification of the mind is removal of raga, dvesha. They are all not different, they are all same only. If you think about it, it is all same only, right? Because of this jnana sadhana, because of this jnanam, all of this jali, this vasana jala, nishesham prabilapate, it will be 100%, it will be destroyed and removed. Ragam, dvesham, moham, delusion. What is a delusion? My future depends upon my financial condition. My future depends on my children's prosperity, like that, etc. These are the delusions. They all will go away, they must go away, and they will go away through the samadhi abhyasam. This practice. For that, what we have to do? We have to listen to Vedanta again and again and again. Listen to Vedanta, listen to satsang. Okay? Satsangatve nissangatvam, nissangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nischalatatvam, nischalatatve jivan muktihi. Right? In Bhajagovindam, Adi Shankaracharya said, so satsangam, sravanam, reading, listening, thinking, contemplating, removing of doubts, right? Removal of doubts, again thinking. Even after acquiring nididhyasanam also we have to do sravanam. That time the sravanam will be, one second. So that time sravanam will be more effective. right? It will be more intense. The concentration will be more. So, Shravanam must be there. Repeated listening is required. Even after acquiring the sadhana chatushtaya sambatti, Shravanam is required. Okay. Then only that time Shravanam will be more powerful, as we explained. We will move to 60 seconds. So 61 is Amuna Vasana Jale Nishesham Prabilapite. So as we discussed 59, 60, 61 and all, it is the phalam of this Samadhi Abhyasam. Vidyaranya Swami explained, Samulon Mulite Punya Papakhe Karma Sanjaye. All that Punya Papa means the Kartrutvam will be totally dropped. There will be no Kartrutvam. When there is no Kartrutvam now, how can there be Kartrutvam yesterday? Right? So there is no yesterday, today, etc. It's all connected with the body. All will be destroyed completely, rooted out. There will be nothing remaining. Nishesham pravilapite. We'll move to the 62nd verse. Vakyam apratibaddham sat prak paroksha vabhasite karamalaka vadbodham aparoksham prasuyate. Yeah. See, this Vakyam, here Vakyam is the Mahavakya, Tattvamasi Mahavakyam. This Tattvamasi Mahavakyam did not produce the result. Prak Paroksha Avabhasite. Earlier, that means before the Samadhi, okay, Prak means earlier this was not giving the result. Why? Because of the lack of sadhana chatushtaya sambatti. Now, after Samadhi, the pradibandham is gone. Okay. So, what Vidyaranya Swami says, one, we have to, the sadhakas must listen again and again, even after Nididhyasanam is over. Re-Sravanam is necessary. So, what is the difference between the Sravanam before and the Sravanam after? Pre-Sravanam means before the Nididhyasanam is over. Okay, before attaining Samadhi, the Sravanam, what is the difference then and now? Earlier, through Sravanam, the direct experience was not there. Right? That is called Paroksha. Paroksha experience. That is Paroksham. After Nididhyasanam, it is Aparoksham. It is direct. Earlier it was not available, but intellectually available. Intellectual understanding is there. That Aham Brahmasmi, yeah, everything I understood. But that knowledge was not assimilated. Knowledge was not absorbed. Okay? But after Nididhyasanam, after going through this Vedantic meditation for quite some time, depending upon the individual's vasanas, etc., when that is completely removed, now the Sravanam will have direct effect. It will be more powerful. Right? Because Aparoksham, it is direct. Aparoksham means direct. Straight experience of that will be there. What? Tattvamasi. When the Guru says Tattvamasi, you are free. Okay? When Guru says you are free, you will know that I am free. Earlier, before Nididhyasanam, when the Guru says you are free, we will think, how come Guru is saying you are free? I have so many problems. Right? I have this ailment. I have arthritis. I am not even able to walk. So many problems. My children are not doing all right. Right? All that. Many. There is financial problem. All these problems are there. How is the Guru saying you are free? I did not get it. That is before the Samadhi, before Nididhyasanam. But after Nididhyasanam, when the Guru says, Tattvamasi, you are that, you are free, you are Brahman, yes, I understand. I understand not intellectually, I experience it. That is what Vidyaranya Swami says. When Vakyam Apratibaddham Sad, there is no Pratibaddham now, it is direct. But earlier, Prak Paroksha Vyabhasite, then how it will be experienced? It will be experienced like Karamalakavad Bodham, means like a gooseberry in your palm. Tamil we call it Ullankaila Nellikai. Gooseberry in your palm, so clearly it will be experienced. Aparoksham prasuyate. Yeah. Apratibaddham Vakyam Sat, unobstructed Vakyam. The Vakyam will have no obstruction. Earlier the Vakyam had obstruction. Now Apratibaddham Vakyam Sat, Aparoksham Bodham Prasuyate. Prasuyate means it produces. It produces direct knowledge. It produces directly. I am Brahman. That is totally absorbed. And how it will be experienced? Like the gooseberry in the palm. You know, there is a story. Shankaracharya has got one of his disciples' name is Hastamalaka. How the name came? When this Hastamalaka was a small boy, young boy, 5-year-old, 6-year-old, till then he was not talking at all. He never talked. So the parents decided that this boy is not talking at all. Whatever we say, he is not talking, let us take him to Adi Shankaracharya. Acharya has come here, let us take him to the Shankaracharya. So Shankaracharya looked at him and called him and asked him, boy, my son, what is your name? Who are you? Not what is your name, who are you? He asked, who are you? Then the boy opened his mouth and then he said, Naham Manushyo Nacha Deva Yakshau Na Brahmana Kshatriya Vaishya Shudraha Na Brahmachari Na Grihi Vanastaha Bhikshurna Chaham Nija Bodharupaha. This is the boy said. He said, Naham. Same thing happened with Shankaracharya also. When he went to Govinda Bhagavad Padar, he asked, who are you? So same thing he said. So something similar verses. It's called the Dashashloki. So Naham Manushyo. This is Hastamalakam. I am not Manushya. I am not a human being. Nacha Deva Yakshau. I am not Deva or not Yaksha. Na Brahmana Kshatriya Vaishya Shudraha. All the 4 Varnas I am not. And na Brahmachari, na Grihi, na Vanastaha, na Bhikshuhu, na Sannyasi. All the 4 ashramas, I am not this ashrami. I am not Brahmachari, I am not Grihasthaha, I am not Vanaprastaha, I am not a Bhikshuhu, I am not a Sannyasi. All that Vanastaha, I am not all this. Then who am I? Nija Bodharupaha. I am that pure consciousness which is Nijam. All the time I exist. There is no birth, there is no death. Sa Nityopalabdhi Swarupoham Atma. Aham Atma. Nityopalabdha. Nityopalabdhi Swarupoham. I am ever present. My Swarupam is always there. I never lose. Right? So this is what the boy said, and from that day onwards his name was Hastamalaka. His name came. Hastamalaka means like a gooseberry in the palm. He explained this to Shankaracharya. And the beauty is, Shankaracharya wrote a commentary on this stotra, this particular stotra, Naham Manushyo. It is called Hastamalakam. Hastamalakiyam or Hastamalakam. Shankaracharya wrote a commentary on it. See the beauty. That boy wrote something, said something, and then he wrote a commentary on this. Okay, so with that we will conclude today's discussion. up to 62nd. Vakyam apradibaddham sat prak parokshavaභāsite karamalagavad bodham aparoksham prasuyate. So it is the direct experience will be there. So these are the jnana phalam as explained by Vidyaranya Swami. Now we have got 3 more slokas to do, 63, 64 and 65, which we will do, and also we will try to recap whatever we discussed in this chapter in the next class, and after that we will move to second chapter. Mahabhuta Viveka Prakaranam. Next chapter we will do after the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Harihi Om Tat Sat. Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you.